What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another exciting video. In this video, we're talking about whether or not you can run an RV park by yourself. I get a lot of comments on my page from a lot of you guys out there who are thinking about starting an RV park and you want to start it by yourself. You have a property, maybe you have like a couple extra acres next to your house and you were thinking of putting in an RV park. And to keep it very short and simple, yes, you can run an RV park by yourself, but it depends how big you want it and what your level of stress is that you can handle. So I would say just kind of in general, depends on the person obviously, but I would say like in general, one person can manage about 15 RVers, 15 RV spots. Anything over that, it starts to get a little bit more difficult. You might need an extra person on hand, but it totally comes down to like how much skills you have, what you're good at, like if you have any experience managing people. That all comes into play when we're talking about whether or not you can manage an RV park by yourself. But I get a lot of comments from you guys who are asking, hey, you know, can I put, I don't know, 5 RVs on my property and you think I can manage it? Simple answer, if you're a competent person, you should be able to manage it. Like I said, an average competent person who has a general understanding of management and how to deal with people should be able to manage at least 15 RVers by themselves. That's just kind of my thought process after doing this for so long. Is 15 is usually about the threshold, and there's kind of some things that you gotta keep in mind when you're dealing with RVers. I mean, sometimes you're gonna have to deal with sticky situations. You're gonna have to deal with trying to get people out and, you know, people not paying, or the water goes out or something like that. And if it's just you have to know how to fix those things, or at least have the people that can fix those things on speed dial. So if you're gonna run the RV park by yourself, you gotta have, I would say for sure, an electrician on hand. If you know electric work, even better, but I would say for sure you need to know an electrician if you don't have that skill, because something's gonna happen with your electricity. Next, I would say you need to have a general knowledge of kind of plumbing and how to kind of rig things to at least stop leaking for, you know, a temporary leak or something that might happen on your property. But if you don't know that skill, have a plumber on speed dial, and ideally just like somebody that knows plumbing a little bit to be close by. That way you can call somebody if something happens, because something will happen. So electric work, either you or somebody else. Plumbing works, you or somebody else. I would say probably know how to drive big vehicles more or less, because you might be having to use, you know, if you're going to be doing a lot of this work yourself, you know how to use like a Bobcat. You need to probably drive big trucks. If you're going to truck your own water in, you got to be able to drive a truck with a tote of water on the back, or a trailer. So I would say those things are pretty important. Also, I would say like customer service. You should know a little bit of customer service, because you'll be dealing with people, you'll be seeing people face to face, either taking cash from them or however you're going to get your payments. You need to be able to kind of be good with people and be cordial, I think, especially when people are a couple days late, stuff like that. You have to kind of know how to deal with people a little bit. I'd say that's pretty important. If you're not a happy person when it comes to dealing with people, then I don't know, it might be tough for you. But like I said, I mean, if you're a competent person, you should be able to handle it. I don't see why you couldn't. Also too, I would say have a lawyer on speed dial, because you never know what's going to happen. I had somebody that just abandoned their trailer on my property, but thankfully I had a lawyer on speed dial, and so we're in the process of taking care of that. But if you don't have one, it'll just be a whole mess and you'll be out of money. So kind of have, I would say more than anything, if you don't have the skill, have the person that does have the skill on speed dial, just in case something happens, you can call them. But yeah, I'd say overall it's pretty, you know, it's pretty self-explanatory. No more than 15, you should be good. After 15, you probably need a little bit of help. Also too, I think, you know, depends on your goals, depends on what you want. If you just want a couple RVers, you should be good. If you want a big RV park but you want to do it all yourself, I would be careful with that. It's all depending upon your schedule and how you want to live life, pretty much. Because if you have 15 renters on the property, it's probably going to be almost like a full-time job. You're going to be out there all the time. You're going to be, you know, doing stuff, doing landscaping, taking care of water business, taking care of electricity business, collecting money. I mean, you're going to be pretty dang busy with it. So that's something to keep in mind. If you only have 5 RVers, probably going to be pretty chill. It's probably not going to be anything to where you'll have to really, you know, be out there full time. I mean, you should probably still be on premises, but you can do it yourself, definitely. But it definitely depends on what your goals are, what you want. Do you want to be out there full time? You want this to be your only gig? Is this kind of just a side gig where you already have a job? Then I'd say, you know, 5 RVers is good. 15 if you want to go full time, for sure. But that's kind of just a short little video, guys. I wanted to talk about it because I know some of you guys are thinking of doing an RV park and you're thinking you can do it yourself. And you can do it yourself, but just be ready to be busy if it's more than 15 or so. If it's around that ballpark, just be prepared to have it be a full-time job. Anything from 5 to 7, you could probably do yourself pretty easily and not have to be crazy about it. I'd say like 8 and up, you're going to be pretty dang busy with it. You're going to be pretty much full-time. So just a short little video, guys. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I'm going to be putting up a lot of RV park content. I'm dedicating my channel to RV park content, so make sure you subscribe. Make sure to like this video if you got value out of it. I did write an ebook just recently, and if you want to check that out, the link is down below. Great read about my personal story from busboy to RV park owner, so make sure to check that out. Check out the rest of my videos on my page, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys.